Okay, let's get ready, my dear students. Now we hope to conduct few more problems on Olympiad mathematics test. Right, then as the first question, then we have stated this one. What is the shaded area of the figure drawn on 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter square grid, which is shown on the below right? The shaded area we had to calculate, right? Then what's the method that you can identify, because this is a small type question, right? You know, not too much hard, right? But the method is, then you have to get that idea, because you know, one by one, because 1 centimeter into 1 centimeter, that idea must be there. 1 centimeter into 1 centimeter square is the, what's the area? The area is 1 square centimeter, 1 into 1 square centimeter. That means such a 1 square has the area of 1 square centimeter. Just you have to count down the number of 1 square centimeters, right? Then how can I count? Then before we go to count, I think we can just calculate the, this kind of half. Then what is this? It's already given 1 square centimeter, because we can complete the square like this, right? Can you see this? Right, this square, right? 1, and already there. This is happening along main 3 squares, right? If I separately draw it, you can see this is like a rectangle, and use along 3 square. Just a diagonal has been used to get that, right? Then you know, every diagonal bisects the area. Therefore, then you can identify the half of the 3 square will be used for this, because there are around 1, 2, 3 squares. Then half of the area of the 3 square, right? We have used, and symmetrically we have another rectangle either side, right? You know, other side, opposite side, there is another rectangle having same 1, 2, 3 squares, and then if we get this part to upper side of this, right, again we can complete the main rectangle, right, having along the 3 squares, right, because this rectangle is running along 3 squares. Therefore, the area of these 3 squares will be 3 square centimeter, and this is 1, right, you know, right, and therefore this will be 1 square centimeter, right, and already I told these two getting 1 square centimeter, and these 3, right, these 3, you know, it is 3 square centimeter. Now how many totally? So far we can get 3 and 1, 4 and this one 5. Right, with those 5 square centimeter, right, we can come to the answer, because you know 3 square centimeter and 4, and this 5. Then just count the remaining colored number of squares, right, Lama? You know, to count down that, we can come to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4. There will be 7 times 4, but not 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 empty squares we have to remove. Therefore, if you remove those 4 square centimeters from 20, this will be 24 square centimeters. With this 24, and totally got 5 more square centimeters, this will be 29 square centimeters. This problem is a little bit different if you compare the single medium problem that we got. In single medium problem, the number of squares was 28.5 because the diagonal had been drawn to midpoint of the mid square, but this time not that. Therefore, that's why the answer is getting different, right? Then don't worry about that. Then if you watch the single medium one, then you will identify the difference between the 2 problems. Okay, then you have to make your idea. So, okay, right. Now, however, we made the answer. It is 29 square centimeter according to this diagram. Okay, now let's see another problem. Right, this is problem. What is the length of AA6? AA6 means, can you see the letters? Because this is A here, and A6 here. A6, right? Then this distance A6. Wait, A6. This is the distance they ask, A6, right? Then what are other distances? AA1, AA2, AA3, because A is a central point. This is central point, it is with A, right? Okay, now we have to find this distance, AA6, if AA1 equal AN plus equal 1, right? How can we understand, right, this kind of different cases, no? Because a lot of students who are studying from grade 6 to 11 in Sri Lanka syllabus are not identifying this kind of notation usually, because they are facing this kind of situation in little bit ways, right? That's why that frequently they are not facing this kind of cases. That's the reason. But the students, those who are doing A levels, they can understand the notation because they are facing many types of examples like this, right? Then not this kind of notation especially. That's why. Okay, then I will explain what is a notation. That without explaining that, you cannot get that. And also there's another message to tell you that if you know the Pythagorean spiral or something, then without getting anything, then you can get the answer as AA6 as root 6. But this belongs to Pythagorean spiral. But if you don't know the Pythagorean spiral or something, then you have to use a formal way to have that answer, right? Okay. But however, we will check how to get this. Okay. Now they are given AA1 equal AN plus 1 always equal to 1. The distance is 1, AA1, 1. Right? Then you can identify what is AA1 and you can just identify without going to this first. Right? AA1 distance is also 1. Then if I make this AA1, this distance is making 1. Then what are these unknown cases? Okay. Now, if you furthermore read this, and there's another type of connection, angle AN plus 1 is 90 for n equal 1 to 3, blah, blah, blah. So what are the suitable values, matching values instead of n? They are 1, 2, 3, right? Then you can start since 1 and like 2, 3 like this. Okay, then if I start with the 1, this can be further written like this. A1, because I am now going to substitute 1 for the n. Therefore, 1 plus 1 is getting 2. It's also getting 1. AA1. When n equal 1, this is happening, okay? Right? AA1 equal A1, A2. What is the distance called A1, A2? A1, A2, you can see here. A1, A2, A1, A2, this distance also getting 1. Right? 1. Right, okay. Furthermore, because n is not only 1, the furthermore, we can have particular values like 2 and 3 onwards. Then if I get further n equal 2, right, then for the n equal 2 is substitutable at this mid expression, not like AA1. AA1 is the beginning expression. Therefore, A2, because I am now going to substitute n as 2. And 2 plus 1, because n with there's a 1 combination, therefore n plus 1, 2 plus 1, it is A3 equal 1. Then the beginning expression was to AA1, right? With this AA1 equal to A2, A3 equal to value of 1. A2, A3. Can you identify that? A2, A3 is this distance, it is also getting 1. Now you can clear that. Because if you furthermore substitute any values like in order 3, 4, 5, 6, so on, then you will definitely have the distance as 1. That's what they have given. By means of this expression, right? Then we can make them as 1, 1, 1, 1. This is the situation of the Pythagorean spiral, right? One unit distance is coming for the running distance like that. But hypothesis is different. Then okay, that is what they are going to get. Then because of especially angle AA in plus 1 is 90. Usually, you know how an angle is marked, right? Then in usual notation, this is how an angle is marked. Then e.g. Angle ABC. There are ABC. Now how can you mark? Right, as an example, if I further clarify this, ABC can be marked like this. So, in this notation, acceptable answer. However, angle mark is belong to B. That's why in this method, though, other method in recognized method, A, B, C, both the methods. So, okay. Now, second method is applicable, but however, angle is located at B is the same as the first, your usual one. And ABC, right? Then like ABC, but they are not like ABC, right? Then lot of unfamiliar, right? Not comfortable for you, and therefore, then you can identify this lever AN plus 1, right? Because all the versions are running in terms of A1, A2, A3 like that. That's why they have notated like A and A plus 1. The only thing is then we have to substitute the values of n on behalf of them. And therefore, the values of n equal 1, we can substitute. Then what's happened? Which angle is denoted by this? A1. N is always 1, 1 plus 1, 2. Now, this will be the same. A1, A2 angle. A1, A2 angle is located at point A1. Right, A1, A1, A2, A1, A2 angle. This is the angle, right? Then I will use a different color, right? Because you have to see this, right? I think it's okay. This right angle, right triangle. Then what is the other one? Then n equal 2. Then if I further substitute n equal 2, right? Then you can get angle A2, A2 plus 1, 3. Because n is now running as 2. A2, A3, A2, A3, A2, A3 is this. Therefore, you can mark this one. Right? Right. I'm not expecting to waste a lot of time like I do because I'm explaining everything. But at the exam itself, then you have to do very quickly as far as possible as well. But now I am explaining everything. But if you know the basically what Pythagorean spiral or something, then you can definitely get that answer as A6 as root 6, no doubt. But if you don't know the Pythagorean spiral until that, then you have to learn something. Because if you learn these kind of notation, this will be more useful, right? More advantageous in further question in the Olympiad mathematics problem. That's why I'm explaining this kind of notation for you, right? Okay, now we will see then how to identify the answer, because now you know every angle must be 90 in this manner, right? Therefore, they are the right angle triangles. We can stop like this because we want AA6 distance, right? How can you get AA6 distance? Right, now you know all these triangles are right angle triangles. The only thing is Pythagoras theorem. Then by means of Pythagoras theorem, then we can first find the hypotenuse of the first right angle triangle. But I will advise you, when you do this kind of Olympiad problems, then every time you have to try by them by your mind. Right? Not by writing, but it doesn't matter if you want to write, but everything is possible by mind, I think, right? Therefore, then 1 and 1 are the other two sides. Then hypotenuse should be the 1 square plus 1 square root, right? Therefore, this will be root 2, right? Then if you don't catch this, I will write it. Right, then how can you get this AA1, AA2 distance, right? If this is x, right, or something, then we can further write it as, you know, can you see this? Yes, x square equal 1 square plus 1 square. This is the way that you can do by writing 1 square is 1, this 1 square is also 1, 1 and 1, 2, and x square. Then x will be the 2 square root, right? Then, but I advise you to do without writing these things, because you are Olympiad students, you have particular knowledge regarding mathematics, and you are talent students. That's why you have chosen the Olympiad mathematics. Therefore, then you better use your knowledge, right? Writing the minimum number of steps, right? Then combination of writing that through your brain capacity, then you have to develop everything. Okay, but however, then you can get the other distance of hypotenuse because of the adjacent sides are root 2 and 1. By your mind, you try to get it. Root 2 square is 2. But 2 square is 4, but here is root 2. Root 2 square is root 2 square 2. And 1 square is 1. 2 and 1 addition is 3. Why? So we had a square root. Therefore, this will be square root 3. square root 3. Right? Square root 3 will be there. And furthermore, in this manner, square root 3 square root cancel, and 3 is here, and 1 square 1, 3 and 1. It is 4. Then I can write square root 4. Right? Square root 4. And square root 4. But there's answer what we don't get answer usually, but we, according to Pythagoras spiral method, then we can run like this. You know the this distance, root 4 square is 4, 4 and 1, 5. Root 5, there's a manner, root 6, root 7, like that. Then any distance you can take, right? Root 9. Then A 9 is root 9, A 6 is root 6. A 6 is square root 6. This is the correct response. Right? Then that's how you have to do this problem. Right? But if you have a particular knowledge regarding this Pythagoras spiral, definitely without wasting this kind of time, then you could have done this problem right within 1 minute, right? But the thing is your knowledge, right? That's why we are always encouraging you to have a particular knowledge regarding mathematics in addition to your normal mathematics knowledge. Then you have to gain the Olympiad knowledge by participating additional seminars and classes like that, right? Okay, that's why we are conducting this kind of classes. Then you can further inquire this information regarding classes if you want, right? But then we will go to the next one. Then another example we are going to do. Right. This is the next example that we have chosen for you. Positive integers a and b are such that phi a equals 7b. Can you see it? Phi a equals 7b, right? Phi a equals 7b. Equal sign is there, right? And then a plus b is always divisible by, right? A plus b, the sum of the a and b, always divisible by. But once you are reading positive integers like a and b, then you imagine what positive values are for a and b comes, right? Then you imagine a and b. What can be a and b? A, b are positive integers, right? Then you think about the positive integers without thinking about positive integers. You are not doing this problem because everything is relying on the positive integers. That's why the positive integers are starting since 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, blah, blah, blah. Those are the positive integers. 0 is not a positive, right? Then those are the positive integers which can be happen for a and b, right? And there's another connection given in addition to this, like phi a equals 7b, and then a plus b is divisible by. Then there are few choices. We have to choose one. Okay, right. But before we get this sum of the a and b, then we can have a connection between a and b by means of this. That's why then I'm writing it again like this: phi a equal to 7b. Now it is a over b. Can you see this? 7 over 5. I change it to a proportion. A, I can divide this by b, and 7 by 5, right? And it can be further right in this form: a is to b equal to 7 is to 5. Now we don't know the two numbers a and b, but between the two numbers, there's a simplest ratios come. The 7 is to 5 has come. Therefore, what can be the original numbers? Then we can write let a equals 7x and b equal 5x. Can you see this? Right, then because of the to have this simplest form, this could have been simplified by a common number. We don't know what the common number is. Therefore, the original number must have a equals 7x and b equals 5x. We can make this in form, it's usual. Therefore, then what is the a plus b? A plus b, then 7x plus 5x. What is the answer? 12x. Now, the sum of the two numbers is a 12 multiple. It's a multiple of 12. Then, by which number can this be divided? By 3. Can it be divided by 5 or 7 or 11 or 13? No, because neither 5 nor 7 or 11 or 13 are divisible by 12, but 3 is there. We can divide 12x by 3, which is especially 12 is a number, right? Because our multiple of 12 is happening, therefore 3 is the chosen, right? Then you have to choose this. This is a choice, right? I equal 3, right? Then we will go to another problem, right? And see what's happening. So another case regarding positive integers, right? Can you see this? Right? Positive integers A, B, C, D are such that A, B, B, C, C, D, D equal 30, right? What is the maximum possible value of A plus B plus C plus D? Okay, let's try, no? Right. Okay, positive integers A, B, C, D. Then again, you think about the positive integers A, B, C, D in like the previous problem A, B, C, D, right? The positive integers are starting since 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, right? Therefore, we can write A, B, C, D can be 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Right. Have they told us that distinct positive integers, if there's something like distinct, that is not, but if there's a distinct, this is the word I did, distinct, right? What do you mean by distinct? If there are distinct positive integers, if there are distinct positive integers, they are totally different from the others, right? They're different, right? Different each other, right? But this time they don't tell that kind. Then positive integers, there can be repeated positive integers also, but that's fine because that they haven't especially introduced like distinct, even distinct. If there's a word like distinct, then you have to make the different values for the A, B, C, D differently, right? Separately. Okay, but this time no need. There can be repeated integers also, right? In the previous problem also there, right? Because without distinct, it's easy to do, right? Okay, now then we have used this mathematical connection. Okay, let's write it first. Okay, let's write it. AB, BC, CD, DA, 30. Maximum possible value of A plus B plus C plus D. Can we have something like A plus B plus C plus D? No. Is there any common term? No. Then what is the method? Then by considering the pairs, in the first pair of terms we have common term as B. Then we can factorize by B. And the next two terms we have a factor like simple D. It is C plus simple A equal to 30. Now A plus C, C plus A are same. Therefore, we can make A plus C as a common term. The ones remaining B plus D. B plus D is 30. Now, without this A plus, B plus, C plus D, we have come to a situation like this. Now, we have combination of A and C and B and D. Right? 2 by 2. The sum of the 2 by 2 is there. But sum of the 2 by 2 product is come as 30. Then what are the possible products belongs to 30? That's what we have to think about, right? Therefore, 30 possibilities. What are the possibilities? Then if we get 6 times 5, it can be 30. And there are 10 times 3 and 15 times 2, 30 times 1. Right. But what are the possible sum? Because sum of the A and C, if the A and C, sum of the A and C get 6, then B and D will be 5. Therefore, sum of the A plus B plus C plus D will be 6 plus 5, 11. Right? Therefore, then sum can be 11. This sum can be 13, 17, and 31. Right? What can be? Right, there's 31, but there's 13 and 17. What is that? Maximum possible, right? It can be 17, then you can choose it, but how this can't be happen? 31. 31 can't be happen. The reason positive integers, because of this, can this B plus D have a 1? right? The answer is 17, so okay, but the maximum possible sum, right? But however, this is not possible 30 times 1, because if we have 1 as a sum, it cannot be, because they are positive integers. At least if we repeat 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1 even giving 2, not 1. To have a 1, to be the positive number, there should have been a negative number, but it cannot be a negative number. Therefore, any couple cannot be a 1 as its results. Therefore, this is impossible, though there's a product. Therefore, we have to reject this one. Right, among them, we have to select the maximum possible one should be the 70. Okay. Now I told you additionally that, right? Because you have then always think more than what you see in these kind of mathematical problems, right? In Olympiad maths, especially land of liars problems are usual in Sri Lankan mathematical competition, right? Then we will read it and we will see how to do it, right? In the land of liars, white clansmen always tell the truth. White clansmen always tell the truth, right? Therefore, the whites are, right, pure, because whites tell truth, right? Whites are telling truth. Red clansmen always lie, right? Reds are telling lies. Whites are white, right? Red are red like that because of, red are telling lies, right? And whites are telling truth, right? Always telling the truth, right? And a post-election party of white and red clansmen, two persons A and B are conversing, and person A tells person B, we are both reds. What can you conclude? Okay. But however, those two persons A and B are from red and white, right? White and red, right? Therefore, then how can we conclude that? Then we are both reds, right? Who has been told this statement? Right? How can we identify? Because we are both reds. Because when they have meet by different fellows, right? It is the beginning statement is a wrong statement. This is a lie. Who can tell lies? Right? That's how we have to identify this because of this expression, right? Then, this is a lie because one is white, other is what? Red, right? But one is telling, right? We are both reds, right? Who can be told this one? By told? Because, we are both, and this is a lie. Then lies are told by, red. This can be a red, right? Therefore, then person A tells person B. Then person A should have been red because it's a lie, right? Therefore, then A is a red is correct, right? We can make this definitely A must be a red because it's a lie. And B is a white. Yes, can be because he is telling lies, no, because B is white. White is always telling truth. But if this B is a B, you identify, then if this statement made by B, what can be the statement? What can be the statement? Then B will tell you and me are red and white like that. But this is not that. We are both reds, right? It's a lie. Lie is told by red, and this should be a white. A cannot be a white. If A is a white, he will definitely make the statement more different than this, right? Because he must tell always truth. That's why. Therefore, this cannot be happen, right? And this is possible, and this is impossible, right? Therefore, what are the answers? 1 only, 2 only, 3 only, 1 and 2 only. 1 and 2, right? So answer, right? Then you have to logically, right? Think, right? To have this kind of answer, because there are no mathematics, but logically, then you have to pay attention to other problems and identify the right possibilities and impossibilities. Only you have to come to these conclusions, right? Okay. Okay, let's see this problem. Right. what is the length of EF if the lengths of AB and CD are 6 and 8 respectively? If your students who have passed grade 11 or otherwise grade 11 student, current student, then definitely you can easily do this because of the midpoint theorem is applicable, right? Then by means of midpoint theorem, it's easy. Then if I made a construction like this, wait, construction like this, I think we better use a dotted line or something. Right? You know, distances are given like this 6 centimeter and 8 centimeter. They ask about the what is the length of EF, E to F. If this point is G, we can separate this as X and Y. We can find X and Y separately by means of the midpoint theorem. Because, you know, because of E and F are midpoints, then should have interval 1 between 6 and 8. Then C is running to 5. Therefore, X should be 3 centimeter using the midpoint theorem. Right? You can use the midpoint theorem, right? And have it, X should be 3 centimeter, and Y is related to this triangle, right? And G is the midpoint, and F is the midpoint. Then connection line should be 4 centimeter according to the midpoint concept. You know it, right? Therefore, Y should be 4 centimeter. Right. Now, it's a small question, you can easily do it. Then EF is, what is that? 3 plus 4, 7 centimeter. The EF should be 7 centimeter. This is the correct selection. Right? Okay. Now we have discussed several questions so far. Then you can study very well, and before you go to the Olympiad exam, then annually, then you have to face Olympiad exams in every country, you know, right? Therefore, then I am supplying this kind of videos, right? Not by regular, but somehow, then as possible, then I am doing some videos, and more than this, then if you participate my class or my classes, then you can experience many mathematical Olympiad problems, right, via it. Okay, then you can, if you want, then you can contact us and join us to learn more tough question, right, related to Olympiad mathematics. Okay, now we are going to stop this session today. Thank you very much.